So yeah guys, we're gonna be talking about my favorite juice. Tropicana Twister Orange is this my favorite. And I'm gonna talk about what are the kinds of elements inside and what makes it so good that you're gonna blow your mind right into here. So let's see what they have. So the first element of using juice element is called glucose. And it is used for the fruit fructose, which has a little sugary flavor to it, which is and that's fruit actually. So what this use is for, it makes the juice more sweeter, more tastier, and it feels like you're drinking a real juice that really wants you to keep on drinking. Now, the pros on this is it provides carbohydrate calories for medical purpose for people who can't eat. But if you don't know, that it might cause too much diabetes, and that's the cons for that. So now let's move on to the next element. So the second element of getting juice is malic acid. It is usually found in some fruits, wine, and also can be found in skincare. Now, it is usually used in dry mouth, the acid of your saliva, and sometimes of the flavored juice like orange. But it may cause some side effects of your headache, nausea, and maybe even skin sensitivity from the outside. So yeah, you better be careful with that if you're drinking something that has that element. So let's move on to the third element. The third element in our juice is lycopene. It is a plant nutritious with a red pigment on it. So what are the pros and cons from that? So the pros are that it helps our heart health to increase and help and it protects us from sunburn and other types and certain types of cancer. But on the cons on that, it leads you to lycopenia, which it refers to a harmful skin condition which cause excessive indigestion with red food like tomato or maybe red pepper or other vegetables that has red. So yeah, so that's the third one. Now let's move on to the fourth one. The fourth element, we're going closer to the end. The fourth element is called citric acid. It can be found in citrus fruits, of course. It is the name, of course. So on the front, it's usually used for medicine, disinfectant, and also helps on enhancing the nutrition absorption. But on the contrary that may trigger conditions which can have sneezes, running nose, or something like that, and skin and mouth irritations. So yeah, that's the fourth element of the juice. So let's move on to the fifth. Now let's go to the fifth. The fifth element is gallic acid. Just like the other one, it's called malic acid. But they're both have the same name but different in properties. So let's see what gallic acid has to offer. So it was used for the paper manufacturing, ink dyes, and tanning. So let's see what this has to offer with juice. So it helps to be an anti-inflammatory property and also an antioxidant property. But in cons, however, it may contain the irritation of your respiratory systems, which are those heartbeats and blood coming through your body. So yeah, don't drink too much or you might have some blood pressure coming up. So let's go move on to the sixth, or we could say the last one. So the last one, methanol, which everyone usually says that it's a good flavor on the prawns. But unfortunately, I have to say that in the cons area, it may cause your eye and your skin irritations. But it might also lead to you with seizure, coma, and even death. So be careful on drinking too much or you might die and choke, juice, blood, or whatever. So those are the 6 main elements of the juice. So let's move on to the harmful chemicals that sometimes found in alarming amounts of juice. About the harmful chemicals of the juice. So it has the chemicals are cadmium, lead, and mercury. So those are the three chemicals that could prevent you from harm. So let's talk about them. So those three can harm your heart, your kidney, and the whole cardiovascular system, and it can contain problems on that, and fertility problems, diabetes, and also can lead you to cancer. The next thing that could happen, it might happen if you were like a kid, or probably like young one, like 6, 7, 8, or whatever, you're almost like to the teen age. You might have like problems on your IQ or behavior because of in fever mode, because that's what we call having the hype mode, or like you forgot everything, like you were supposed to take a test, but if you drink juice on that period of time, you might forget some stuff. So if you're going to take something that's very important and you need it really badly, then it's very important to drink water. Don't take juice every time you take something, and it's more better if you think about what you're supposed to think about. So yeah, I guess that's it for all the harmful chemicals and effects of these chemicals that we mentioned, which is cadmium, lead, arsenic, and mercury. So yeah, so I guess that's it for harmful chemicals. So now let's see what can you do on how can we express yourself as a consumer of buying these safe juices. Okay, now let's talk about how you can express yourself as being a consumer and getting the juice itself from the grocery store. So let's talk about that. So you have the right to be safety and be information. So what I mean by that is that you have to be careful and look at the information of the juice, because every juice has this ingredients over here, which tells us what are the kind of ingredients that they have in each product. And each product may have the same contents, but they might have like bits and pieces of ingredients that they added a little secret that people might get them accidentally. So please don't have to risk it on that. So the next one is the right to choose between whatever is anything on, like, would you pick this or would you pick beer? Because it may be your favorites, but you have to choose the right ones to be sure that they're not very harmful. The next thing is right to be heard and right to redress. So those two if you have a problem or have a problem on your juice, you can put on your opinions on what your juice could be, or you can contact the local company on maybe they have a problem with their juice. Maybe you can like suggest in something like that. Yeah. Rights on basic needs, right to consumer education, and the healthy environment. So these, you have the rights for basic needs. It's for if you really need it for anything that's really important, like for exercise, your daily drinks, or for your healthy needs. For the consumers, you may have to ask your children, or if they really want it or something, or you have to choose between very carefully on the products that you choose, because if you choose the wrong one, then you're in big trouble. Oh boy. And a healthy environment. So this also helps on making the world a better place. It's sharing juices and fruits between this plastic juice right here. And that's why I always drink this, which is always my favorite, and I always think that it would be a healthy drink for all of us. So let's give a little recap. So we know that all of these elements that we see are very, very knowledgeable, to say the least, for all juices, but it can also lead into death, diabetes, cancer, illness, diseases if we're not careful. And there are harmful chemicals that could lead us to certain death, and even lost memory of other things that we're supposed to be thinking, and we get to our behavior of normal to abnormal, and it could change the lives of us if we don't think of something. And we talk about on how we choose ourselves to be a right consumer, on buying different ways and different rights on buying juices from the consumer store, and also getting the right ones for our daily needs. So yeah guys, hope you like that vlog, leave a like, subscribe, and join our Discord server if you want to talk about these sooner. So yeah guys, thank you for watching. Neptunia out, signing out.